Hello dear students, this is Milind Patwardhan, your course instructor for the course on Mathematical Physics. Welcome to 4Pi Academy. So in this lecture on Mathematical Physics, that is lecture 2 on the topic that is matrices, we are going to cover the topics like how to find the eigenvalues and eigenvectors of the matrix. Then the properties of eigenvalues, and based on this we are going to solve some problems and see some solved problems from previous year question papers. Now so let us begin with the topic that is eigenvalues and eigenvectors, that is how to find the eigenvalues and eigenvectors of a given matrix. Now guys, you know that if you know the process of finding the eigenvalues of a matrix, then for a given matrix A, the characteristic equation of the matrix is the determinant of A minus lambda I is equal to 0, where this I is the identity matrix. So many a times you know that for any given matrix, so for example, suppose this is the matrix which is given, say 8 minus 6 2 minus 6 7 minus 4 2 minus 4 3, then you know that the characteristic equation for this matrix, which is A minus mod of A minus lambda I, that will be equal to it will be the determinant of 8 minus lambda, then minus 6 2, then minus 6, then here it will be 7 minus lambda, minus 4, then 2 minus 4 3, and the determinant of this should be equal to 0. So this is the characteristic equation basically. So here in order to solve this, it will be 8 minus lambda into then this will be 7 minus lambda into 3 minus this minus 4 into minus 4, then minus 6 into this, and so on. So you know the process of how to find the determinant of this matrices. But many a times when this is a 3 by 3 matrix, then you get the equation in which the equation becomes lengthy, and sometimes you may get confused between the sign of the terms, because many a times for some terms the sign becomes plus minus, and if you forget that sign, then the whole equation becomes difficult, and it is if whole equation itself is difficult, that is the characteristic equation, if it is wrong in some place, then the whole problem will be wrong. And therefore I am going to discuss here a shortcut method to remember how to write the characteristic equation if it is a 3 by 3 matrix. So if you have a matrix like this, then the characteristic equation is determinant of A minus lambda I, which is equal to 0. Then for such matrix you have to remember this equation. If you remember this once, then you don't have to solve the determinant of A minus lambda I and get confused between the signs. So here the equation will always be of the form that is lambda cube minus A11 plus A22 plus A33 times lambda square, where this A11, A22 and A33, they are the elements of principal diagonal. So that will be lambda cube minus A11 plus A22 plus A33 lambda square plus, then here you have to remember the sign plus. First the sign is minus, then the sign is plus, then it will be determinant of this, then determinant of this, that is A11, A12, A21, A22 plus determinant of these four elements, that is A22, A23, A32 and A33 plus then the determinant of the elements on the corner, that is a11, a13 and a33. So the whole bracket complete, then it is multiplied by lambda, and now the sign is minus determinant of this matrix, and it is equal to 0. So if you just substitute the values of any given matrix for this characteristic equation, then you will every time you will get the correct answer without confusion. And here you have to just note down that the sign of this term lambda cube is plus, sign of this term which is lambda square is minus, then sign of the term which is lambda is plus, and the sign of this determinant of a is minus, and it is equal to 0. So if you remember this formula, then it will be very easy to find the characteristic equation. So let us take one problem in detail in which we are going to find out the eigenvalues as well as eigenvectors for the matrix. So now, as per the formula, for this given matrix, the characteristic equation of A will be equal to lambda cube minus the sum of the elements on the principal diagonal, that is 8 plus 7 plus 3. So that will be 8 plus 7 plus 3 times lambda square. The sign over here is minus, then the next sign is plus, then it will be determinant of 8 minus 6 minus 6 7. So 8 minus 6 minus 6 7. Then the next determinant will be 7 minus 4 minus 4 3 and plus the determinant of the elements on the corner, that is 8 2 2 and 3. So 8 2 2 and 3, sum of all these determinants into lambda, and the sign for this lambda term is plus, sign for lambda square term is minus, sign for lambda cube is plus. Then the next will be sign which is minus, and then finally the determinant of this a, and that will be equal to 0. So that will be lambda cube minus this is 18 lambda square plus this determinant will be equal to 56 minus 36 plus this determinant is 21 minus 16 plus this determinant will be 24 minus 4 times lambda minus, solving this it will be 8 into this will be 21 minus 16 minus this will become plus 6 into minus 18 plus 8 plus 2 times 24 minus 14, and this should be equal to 0. So that will be lambda cube minus 18 lambda square plus, if you solve this it will be 20 plus 5 plus 20 lambda minus this term will be 40 minus 60 plus 20, and it should be equal to 0. So this term will be 0 because this will be minus 20 plus 20, so that is 0, and therefore we remain with only the term which is lambda cube minus 18 lambda square plus 45 lambda is equal to 0. So this is our characteristic equation. So now we want to find out the roots of the characteristic equation, and the roots of this characteristic equation are nothing but our eigenvalues. So this is our characteristic equation, which is lambda cube minus 18 lambda square plus 45 lambda equal to 0. So finding the roots of this, for finding the roots we take lambda as common. So in bracket we remain with lambda square minus 18 lambda plus 45 equal to 0. So this lambda which is taken as common, and then we find the roots of this equation. So we get the roots as lambda minus 3 into lambda minus 15, and it should be equal to 0. So we get the roots as lambda is equal to 0, or lambda is equal to 3, or lambda equal to 15. So lambda equal to 0, lambda equal to 3 and lambda equal to 15, these are our eigenvalues. So now the next task is to find the eigenvectors. So for each eigenvalue you have to find the set of eigenvectors, and let us discuss how to find the eigenvectors for the eigenvalue which is lambda equal to 0. So remember that you have to find the eigenvectors for each eigenvalue. So we are going to find the eigenvectors for lambda equal to 0, lambda equal to 3 as well as lambda equal to 15. So for lambda equal to 0, the matrix, the characteristic equation, that is A minus lambda I. So the matrix will be A minus lambda I times X will be equal to 0. So for the first eigenvalue, that is lambda equal to 0, so it will be again the same matrix, that is A. So it will be 8 minus 6 2 minus 6 7 minus 4 2 minus 4 3 times this x1 x2 x3. These are our eigenvectors and it should be equal to 0. So this so it should satisfy this equation, and hence let us solve this equation. So we get 8 times x1 minus 6 times x2 plus 2 times x3 is equal to 0. Let us write this as equation 1. Then next equation will be minus 6x1 plus 7x2 minus 4x3 equal to 0. So this is equation 2. Then 2x1 minus 4x2 plus 3x3, and it is equal to 0. So this is our equation 3. So we have the system of 3 simultaneous equations, and from these equations we can now solve for the value of x1 and x2 and as well as x3. So let us perform one operation, that here let us subtract equation 3 from equation 2. So by subtracting equation 3 from equation 2, we get minus 6x1 plus 7x2 minus 4x3 equal to 0, minus 2x1, this minus will become plus, so it will be plus 4x2, then minus 3x3 is equal to 0. So this will be equal to minus 8x1, then this is plus 11x2 minus 7x3 equal to 0. So let us say that this is equation 4. Now equation 1 plus equation 4, so equation 1 plus equation 4, it implies that 8x1 minus 6x2 plus 2x3 equal to 0, then plus this, so it will be minus 8x1 plus 11x2 minus 7x3 equal to 0. So this 8x1 minus 8x1, that will be 0, and here we get the term as 5x2 minus 5x3 equal to 0. So since 5x2 equal to 5x3, it means that x2 is equal to x3. Now let us substitute this value of x2 as x2 is equal to x3 in equation 1. So we get 8 times x1 minus 6x2 plus 2x2 is equal to 0. So we get 8x1 minus 4x2. So here we have substituted in equation 1 the value of x3 as x2, and for this we get the 8x1 minus 4x2 is equal to 0. So 8x1 is equal to 4x2, and therefore x1 is equal to x2 by 2. Now so therefore this x2 is equal to 2 times x1, and x3 is equal to also 2 times x1, because x2 is equal to x3. So let us consider that this x1 is equal to c. So if x1 is equal to c, then x2 will be equal to 2 times c, and x3 is equal to also 2 times c. So for lambda equal to 0, the eigenvectors x1 are x1 x2 x3, which is equal to 1 2 2. Now let us find the eigenvectors for the eigenvalue which is lambda is equal to 3. So now the matrix A minus lambda I into x is equal to 0, it becomes 5, because now we have to subtract this 3 as the eigenvalue from the matrix A. So 8 minus 3 is 5. For this it will be 7 minus 3, that is 4, and for this 3 minus 3, that is 0. So this matrix becomes 5 minus 6 2, then minus 6 4 minus 4, then 2 minus 4 0 times x1 x2 x3 is equal to 0 0 0. So again we get the simultaneous, by solving this we get the system of simultaneous equations, 3 simultaneous equations. So the first will be 5x1 minus 6x2 plus 2x3 equal to 0, then minus 6x1 plus 4x2 minus 4x3 equal to 0, and 2x1 minus 4x2 is equal to 0. So from equation 3 we get 2x1 minus 4x2 equal to 0. Therefore 2x1 is equal to 4x2. So x1 is equal to 2 times x2. So now from equation 1 it implies that here we substitute this x1 as 2 times x2 in this equation. So it will be 2 times x2 into this 5x1. So this will be 10 times x2. So I put here x1 as 2 times x2 in this equation 1, so it will become 10 times x2 minus 6x2 plus 2x3 is equal to 0. So this will be 4x2 plus 2x3 equal to 0. Therefore 4x2 is equal to minus 2x3. Therefore x2 is equal to 1 by minus 1 by 2 x3, and hence x3 is equal to minus 2 times x2. So now let us consider that x2 is equal to c, x1 is equal to 2 times c, and x3 is equal to minus 2c. Therefore our eigenvectors x2s which are equal to x1, x2, x3, that will be equal to 2, 1 and minus 2. Then similarly for lambda equal to 15, that is for the third eigenvalue, the matrix equation that is a minus lambda I into x is equal to 0, it becomes minus 7 minus 6 2. So you have to subtract 15 from each principal element of principal diagonal, so that matrix will be equal to minus 7 minus 6 2, then minus 6 minus 8 minus 4 2 minus 4 12, x1 x2 x3 equal to 0. So again we get the system of three simultaneous equations, and by solving this we get x1 is equal to minus x2. Then substituting this we get substituting this in equation 1, we get 7x2 minus 6x2 plus 2x3 equal to 0. So it implies that x2 is equal to minus 2x3. And from the previous equations we have seen that x1 is equal to minus x2 and x2 is equal to minus 2 times x3. So let us say that x3 is equal to c. So then x2 will be equal to minus 2c and x1 is equal to 2c. So we can write the eigenvectors x3s as x1, x2, x3, which are 2, minus 2 and 1. Then some important properties of eigenvalues, that any square matrix A and its transpose A dash have the same eigenvalues. So the matrix A, any square matrix A and its transpose, that is A transpose A dash, or it is sometimes written also as A raised to T for transpose of the matrix. So the matrix A and its transpose have the same eigenvalues. Then the next important property of the matrix is the sum of the elements on the principal diagonal of the matrix is called as the trace of the matrix. So this is very important, that sum of the elements on the principal diagonal of the matrix is known as a trace. Then the next important property on which many problems are asked in exam, that the sum of the eigenvalues of a matrix is exactly equal to the trace of the matrix. So this is very important property, and the objective type problems are asked on this property, from which we can solve many problems on this topic, that is eigenvalue of the matrices. So the sum of eigenvalues of a matrix is equal to the trace of the matrix. Then the another property which is also important is this, very important, that the product of the eigenvalues of a matrix A is equal to the determinant of A. Then if lambda 1, lambda 2 and so on up to lambda n are the eigenvalues of A, then the eigenvalues of k into A, where k is any scalar, so k into A are k times lambda 1, k times lambda 2, k times lambda 3 and so on up to k times lambda n. So this is also very important property. Then if A raised to power m, if we have given that there is a matrix and its power is suppose m, then the eigenvalues of such matrix will be equal to lambda 1 raised to m, lambda 2 raised to m, lambda up to and so on up to lambda n raised to m, where these lambda 1, lambda 2 and lambda up to lambda n, they are the eigenvalues of the matrix A, and the eigenvalues of matrix whose power is m, for which the eigenvalues are lambda 1 raised to m, lambda 2 raised to m, and so on. Similarly, for A inverse, the eigenvalues of the matrix inverse of the matrix are 1 upon lambda 1, 1 upon lambda 2 and so on up to 1 upon lambda n. So these are very important properties, and on the basis, if you remember these important properties, then we can solve many problems on these important properties. Now let us take one problem that find the eigenvalues of a matrix A which is given as cos theta minus sin theta cos theta. Now the characteristic equation of this matrix is mod of A minus lambda I is equal to 0. So the determinant of this matrix, that is A minus lambda I, will be equal to cos theta minus lambda minus sin theta, then cos theta minus lambda equal to 0. So solving this determinant, we get cos theta minus lambda into cos theta minus lambda, then minus it will become plus sin theta into sin theta, and it should be equal to 0. So solving this, we get cos theta into cos theta, that is cos square theta, minus lambda cos theta, minus again lambda cos theta, minus will become plus lambda square plus sin square theta is equal to 0. So we get lambda square minus 2 lambda cos theta. So this will be minus 2 lambda cos theta plus 1, because cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1, and it is equal to 0. So now in order to factorize this equation, to find the root of this equation, it will be equal to lambda is equal to b. So it will be minus b. So minus b will be minus 2 cos theta. So here it will be minus minus b, and since here the b is minus 2 cos theta, so minus will become plus, so it will be 2 cos theta plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac. So this will be b square, that is 2 square is 4 cos square theta minus 4ac, so it is 4 upon 2. So this is equal to 2 cos theta plus minus square root of 4 into cos square theta minus 1, by taking 4 as common, so it will be cos square theta minus 1 divided by 2. So we get 2 cos theta plus minus 2 times square root of sin square theta, because this cos square theta minus 1, that will be sin square theta divided by 2. So we get 2 cos theta plus minus 2 times sin theta divided by 2. So dividing by 2, we get here this as cos theta plus minus I into sin theta, and therefore this answer is e raised to power plus minus of I theta. You can try this. You know what is the value of cos theta, you know what is the value of sin theta. So just substitute the values of cos theta and sin theta in this equation and find that the answer is e raised to power plus minus of I theta. So this problem is very favorite problem for the examiners. They usually ask this problem in mini examination. Then let us take one problem from JEST 2012 exam, that for an n by n matrix consisting of all ones, which of the following is correct? That A, that all the eigenvalues are equal to 1, all eigenvalues are equal to 0, the eigenvalues are 1, 2 and so on up to n, and D, that is one eigenvalue is equal to n and the others are equal to 0. So let us take an example of a matrix which is a 2 by 2 matrix, and here so this is a 2 by 2 matrix, n by n matrix consisting of all ones, so all the elements are equal to 1. So if we take the 2 by 2 matrix like this, then the characteristic equation, which is A minus lambda I, will be equal to the determinant of this as 1 minus lambda, then 1, then 1, and again 1 minus lambda, and this should be equal to 0. So this will be equal to 1 minus lambda into 1 minus lambda minus 1, and it is equal to 0. So this is equal to 1 into 1 is 1, then minus lambda minus lambda minus plus lambda square minus 1 is equal to 0. So this one and this one goes off, and we have the equation, that is lambda square minus 2 lambda minus 2 lambda is equal to 0. So lambda square will be equal to 2 lambda. So cancelling this lambda from both sides, we get one of the element as lambda is equal to 2. So one of the element is 2, yes, that is sure. And if I take here lambda as common, then here it will be, I write this equation as lambda minus 2 is equal to 0. So so forget about this part which I did earlier, so because I want to keep it simpler. So now, okay, so this is the equation, which is lambda square minus 2 lambda is equal to 0, minus lambda square minus 2 lambda equal to 0. And from this equation, if I take lambda as common, then in bracket I will remain with lambda minus 2 equal to 0. It means that either lambda equal to 0 or lambda minus 2 equal to 0. Lambda minus 2 equal to 0, it means that lambda equal to 2. So here if you find that the eigenvalues of this type of a matrix, which is a 2 by 2 matrix, one of the value is 2. So here the order is 2 by 2. So one of the eigenvalue is 2. So it is yes, and the other values are 0. So the other eigenvalue is 0. Lambda is equal to 0. So it's if you try this for the 3 by 3 matrix like this, having all the elements as unity, then you will observe that one of the eigenvalue is equal to 3. Being this as a 3 by 3 matrix, you will see that one of the eigenvalue is 3, while the remaining eigenvalues are 0. And if this is the case, then the option D is correct. That is, one eigenvalue is equal to capital N and the others are 0. So this is the correct answer. And this problem is also asked in CSIR NET exam also. Now let us take one more problem from GATE 2010 exam, that a 3 by 3 matrix has elements such that its trace is 11 and its determinant is 36. So its trace is given as 11 and determinant is given as 36. The eigenvalues of the matrix are all known to be positive integers. So the eigenvalues are all positive integers. Now the largest eigenvalue of the matrix is, so you have to find out what is the largest eigenvalue of the matrix, and you have given the options. So now we are going to make use of the property of the matrix, that the product of eigenvalues is equal to the determinant of that matrix, and the second property is sum of eigenvalues is equal to the trace of the matrix. So if lambda 1, lambda 2 and lambda 3, they are the eigenvalues of the matrix, then sum of these eigenvalues is exactly equal to the trace of the matrix. So trace of the matrix is given, which is 11. And the another property is the product of eigenvalues is exactly equal to the determinant of that matrix. So the product of these lambda 1, lambda 2 and lambda 3, that is the product of eigenvalues, is exactly equal to the determinant of the matrix, which is also given as 36. So by these two equations we can get the largest eigenvalue of the matrix as 6. So because this sum should be 11 and the product should be 36, so the largest value satisfying these two conditions for the eigenvalue is only 6, and the option is therefore D as the correct option. Then okay, so now let us take one more problem from GATE 2010 exam, that the eigenvalues of the matrix this, that is 230, 320 and 001 are. Now here we are not going to solve the problem by exactly writing the characteristic equation. So many a times it is not needed to write the characteristic equation and solve the complete problem. Just from the options itself you can apply the property of the matrix which we have discussed and solve the problem from the options itself. So here you have given the eigenvalues in the options, and we use the property which is the sum of eigenvalues is exactly equal to the trace of the matrix. So we have already defined what is mean by trace. So trace of the matrix is the sum of the elements on the principal diagonal. So it will be 2 plus 2 plus 1, that is 5. So 5 is the trace of the matrix. And now let us see whether this option A, the sum of the sum of the eigenvalues of for option A is exactly equal to 5 or not. So this is minus 4 minus 2 minus 2, that is minus 4, minus 4 plus 5, that is 1, and therefore this is not equal to the trace of the matrix. So this is not the correct one. Then option B, minus 5 minus 1 minus 1, which is equal to minus 7. So this option is also not correct. Then 5 1 minus 1, so 1 minus 1 0 plus 5, so the option C might be correct. Let us look at the option D. It is minus 5 plus 1 plus 1, so minus 5 plus 2, that is minus 3. So option D is also not correct. So only option C is the correct answer. So just by using the property of the matrix, that is sum of eigenvalues is exactly equal to the trace of the matrix, we can directly find out the answer, not even by solving the characteristic equation. So the correct option is C, that is 5 1 minus 1. So if you like this video, then please provide a review for the course. If you like it, you can do this by visiting the review section as shown below, and you may also ask questions in the comment section of a lecture, which will allow us to serve you better. Thank you from the 4Pi Academy.